Welcome into this edition of Card Sharks. I'd like to thank Mr. Kevin Henry for today's opening poem. And remember, if you'd like to leave an opening poem to be heard on the show, leave it in the comment section below. Now, on with today's episode. A king and queen hooking up can get pretty lewd. Getting a 7 or an 8? That's when you know you're screwed. On Card Sharks! This is the game where a single turn of the cards can win you up to $32,000 in cash. Now, here's your host, the star of Card Sharks, Brandon Sprung. And hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another episode of Card Sharks right here at MVG Productions. Glad to have you with us once again. On our last show, we had a new champion crowned, and she is back with us once again to see if she can add some more winnings to her total. So let's meet our players for our first game today. Starting with our current champion, whose two-game cash winnings total $11,500, we have Sunny. Sunny, welcome in.
Hello.
Have you thought about what you're going to do with some of that money so far?
Yeah.
You want to share, or you just going to keep it a secret for now?
Probably shopping, and then maybe a trip, and get out of debt.
Sounds like a plan. Well, good luck to you. Hopefully you can add some more to your winnings tonight. And playing against you in our first game here of Card Sharks is a newcomer to this show here, a newcomer possibly to my channel. I have to go back and check. But playing against you, we have Mr. Brandon Martin. Brandon, welcome in.
Drugs.
Yes, tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Brandon Martin, and I live in a small town from Hermiston, Oregon, and I recently graduated high school, and now I'm a college student at Blue Mountain Community College.
Fantastic. What are you studying?
Broadcast journalism.
Excellent. That is awesome. I actually thought about if I was going to go back to school, I was going to consider going that for my major.
Yeah,
Because that's something I've always wanted to do myself. But I'm getting practice here on YouTube doing it for now. But anyway, that sounds like fantastic. Good luck with your career, and good luck on today's show, sir, all right? All right, you guys know how the game works. You call your way across the cards higher or lower. It takes 2 games to win a match, and winner of the match goes on to the money cards at the end for a shot at to $32,000 in cash. And we're going to get things started off with a toss-up survey question. This one starts with Sunny, which I didn't type an amount in yet, so I don't know why the numbers are in there, but that's okay. Sunny, we go to you for this first one. We asked 100 people on this one. Would you rather own the world's greatest shower or own the world's greatest bed? How many of 100 people said they'd like to own the world's greatest shower?
Because those are two really great things.
They can be, yes.
I'd rather have the world's greatest bed, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna say, let's just go down the middle and say 50.
I'm going to say 50 out of 100, okay? All right. She says 50. Brayden, higher or lower than 50?
Well, for me, though, I would say I would like to own, the greatest shower for myself, but it would be a little bit better for a bed, so I would have to say a little bit.
I'm going to say a little lower than that. All right. The actual number of people who would rather own the world's greatest shower versus owning the world's greatest bed is 30. It is lower. All right, so Brandon, that means you get control of your cards first. Let's take a look at your base card for this opening matchup. A deuce.
All right, let's go
Higher than the deuce. It's a jack. What do you say on the jack? Lower? Okay, lower than the jack. It's a 7.
I'll go ahead and
Gonna freeze on the 7, needing just 2 more cards to win game 1 of the matchup. Sunny yet to turn over her base card as we go to question number 2. This one goes to Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 people on this one. Would you rather lose your hands or lose your eyesight? How many of 100 people said they'd rather lose their eyesight?
Well, like for example, I would have to say, if I ever lose my hand, then it won't be good for me. But if I lose my eyesight, I would say a little bit, a lot. So I would have to go ahead and say.
Let's say 65. All right, 65 out of 100 says they'd rather lose their eyesight than their hands. Sonny, higher or lower than 65?
Because, I mean, the number's going to be high. Because, I mean, even with without your hands, you're very limited. But without your eyesight, you can still do a lot. Let's see. Let's say just. I'm going to say a little bit higher.
I'm going to say even higher than that. Interesting seeing the number is here. The actual number of people who would rather lose their eyesight versus losing their hands is 54. It's not higher.
Lower.
Very close on the guess, though. All right, Brandon, you're still in control. You've got that 7.
Let's go ahead and change that.
You won the
card.
question. It gives you the right to change that 7. That 7 now becomes an 8, right up the middle.
Yikes. Not bad. And go for my odds and say higher
All right,
than
risking
8.
higher than the 8. No, it's a 6. You lose that card there, giving Sunny a chance to play off of her base card, a deuce.
Higher.
Higher than the deuce. It's a 5.
Let's go higher.
Going on, higher than the 5. No, it's a 3. You lose those
Damn
2
it.
cards there. Tough cards so far this I won. We now go to question number 3, and this one goes to Sunny. Sonny, we asked 100 people, would you rather take an icy cold shower and be clean, or never take a shower ever again? How many of 100 people said they'd rather take an ice cold shower and be clean?
Oh, yeah, I need showers. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say 62%.
62 out of 100 said they'd rather take an ice cold shower and be clean. Brandon, higher or lower than 62?
Well, for my personal opinion, shower with the ice, I would say it could be a little bit cold and I could still be able to be clean. Without taking a shower, that won't be very good. But I would say just a little bit
A little bit lower than 62. All right. The actual number of people who would rather take an ice cold shower and be clean versus never taking a shower again is 83. It is not lower.
Oh, wow.
I am very surprised. I guess people like to be clean, and that's quite understandable.
And I know some people that will not
okay.
take a cold shower. They just can't do it. So that's why I did mine at 62, because I know there's some people that.
I was very shocked to see the numbers there. But all right, Sonny, you're in control. You got that 2.
All right, higher.
Higher than the 2. An ace.
Lower.
Lower than the ace. A 5.
We'll freeze there.
Freezing on the 5 there, needing 2 cards. Each player now needing 2 cards to win the round. And we're at our 4th and final question. Someone must win on this play of the cards. Brandon, the question goes to you. All right, Sonny, Brandon, we asked 100 people on this one. Would you rather double your income or half your monthly expenses? How many of 100 people said they'd rather half their monthly expenses?
Well,
Yeah, but with double the income, I could buy
do that for like half their monthly expenses, I have to go right in the middle, like a little bit in the middle. I would have to say about, let's say 55.
55, all right? 55 out of 100 said they'd rather half their monthly expenses. Sonny, higher or lower than 55?
I'm gonna say higher.
Let's say even higher than that. We'll see. The actual number of people who would rather half their monthly expenses versus doubling their income is 20. It is not higher.
It's a lot lower.
Oh, way lower. I personally I think I make more than enough money to be able to take care of myself. But if I can cut my bills in half every month, I put all that extra money. It's like doubling my income. So I would take that in a heartbeat without a shadow of doubt there. But all right, Brandon, you won the question. So here's the situation for you. You've got an 8. You won the question. You can change that 8 and play your 2 cards you need to win the round. Or you can pass it to Sunny. Sunny has a 5. She can't change that, and she also needs 2 cards. So what do you want to do? You want to play it or pass?
Oh, man. Well, I'm going to have to pass it to Sunny.
All right, Sunny,
On this
it's
one.
on you. You have to call it from the 5. Make one mistake. Brandon wins game number 1.
Higher.
Going on higher than a 5. It's an 8 up the middle.
Fuck. Sorry. Lower.
Lower than the 8 for game 1 of the match. Lower than the 8.
No!
No, it's an ace. Brandon wins game number 1. All right, Brandon wins game 1, gives him $250 in cash. And of course, it takes 2 games to win the match, so we're going to deal out the cards for our second go around here. Again, if you remember the cards that have been played on your side, it will help you significantly in trying to call the cards higher or lower. We go to round 2, starting with question 1 this time, starting with Brandon on this one. Brandon, we asked 100 people, would you rather mentally never age or physically never age? How many of 100 people said they wish they would rather never mentally age?
Well, if they would never mentally age, like, yeah, like, for example, how old are you, like, for right now, or well, my conclusion, I would say, it's gonna be, like, almost to the middle. I would say 45.
All right, 45 out of 100 said they would rather mentally never age. Sunny, higher or lower than 45?
Well, it's funny because usually men never mentally age. Because I know a bunch of old men that still act like they're 10. So, I'm going to say lower.
I'm going to say even lower than that. All right, the actual number of people who wish that they would never mentally age versus never physically being able to age is 30. It is lower. All right, Sunny needs this game to tie up the match. We're going to start with her base card this time of a 9.
Can I change it?
You can. You won the question. You can change that card. This 9 now becomes an 8 right up the middle.
Are you shitting me right now?
Sadly, no, I'm not.
Son of a bitch. Let's go higher.
Say higher than the 8. No, it's a 4. You lose that one there. And Brandon gets a free shot to play off his base card. Also an 8.
Well, card, but let's go ahead and say lower on the 8.
All right, lower than the 8. It's a 4.
Higher.
Going on higher than the 4. No, it's a 3. You lose both those cards there.
Rat.
Rough going so far this game of card tracks. Question number 2 now goes to Sunny. Sunny, we asked 100 people. Would you rather spend the day at the amusement park or spend the day at the water park? How many of 100 people said they'd rather spend the day at the water park?
Well, it also kind of depends on what time of year it is.
Well, let's assume summer, because that's when most people would want to go to a water park.
That's kind of hard. Let's say 48%.
48 out of 100 people said they'd rather spend their day at a water park. Brandon, higher or lower than 48?
Well, I know a lot of kids would spend their time at a water park, I would say, but for this one, higher.
I'm going to say higher than that.
Yes.
All right, the actual number of people who would rather spend their day at a water park versus spending their day in an amusement park is 60. 60 is right. It is higher.
All
All right, Brandon, you're in control. You've got that 8.
Let's go ahead and change that card.
All right, changing that 8. Next card off the top of the deck. It now becomes a 3.
All right, better card. Let's go higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 9.
Man. Let's go ahead and freeze on the 9.
Freezing on the 9, taking the 1 card advantage, keeping Sunday away from her cards. As we go to question number 3 this round, this one goes to you, Brandon. Brandon, we asked 100 people, would you rather know exactly what happened in Area 51, or would you rather accept $1 million and not know? How many of 100 people said they'd rather know exactly what happened in Area 51?
Well, I would have to know a little bit about the Area 51 rather than don't know about getting the $1 million. So, for me personally, I would have to say a high number, 70.
70 out of 100 said they'd rather know exactly what happened in Area 51. Higher or lower than 70?
Okay, 70% to do.
They'd rather know exactly what happened in Area 51.
As much as I would love to know what happened, when it comes to $1 million, I could care less. So I'm going to say lower.
I'm going to say even lower than that. Let's see. The actual number of people who would rather know exactly what happened in Area 51 versus accepting $1 million is 28. It is way lower.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so sorry. That means you've got control of the cards. You've got that 8.
What number was it? What was the percentage?
It was 72% rather it took the $1 million.
Dude, you were so close. Wait, no.
All right, so I asked for what happened in Area 51. So had we asked for $1 million, he'd have been really close.
He'd be really close. Yeah, sorry.
All right.
I just woke up about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, she woke up right before we started filming, folks.
So this is not a good thing for me to play this right now.
Yeah, but you've got control. You've got that 8.
Oh yeah, change that damn card.
All right, change the 8. That 8 now becomes a 10. A little bit better.
Let's say lower.
Lower than the 10. Oh, an ace!
The aces get me every time, motherfucker.
All right, Brandon, that means a free shot with your 9.
I'm going to have to risk it on the 9. I have to say higher on this.
Going against the odds, higher than the 9. It's a jack.
Lower.
Lower than the jack. No, an ace. You lose both of those cards there. And once again, we come to a sudden death. Someone must win on this play of the cards. The question goes to Sonny, and this one's actually a really tough one. We asked 100 people, which type of car would you rather own? A Ferrari or a Lamborghini?
Oh, no.
How many of 100 people said they'd rather own a Lambo?
Oh. That's tough.
This one's actually a really hard one, but a good one for a tiebreaker.
I'm surprised Bugatti wasn't on there. I would say 68%.
68 out of 100 said they'd rather own a Lamborghini. Brandon, higher or lower than 68?
Oh man, that is a pretty good question. I mean, owning a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. I mean, holy smokes!
I know, right? Well, that's why it's so good.
Me, I would personally have a Ferrari, but
Exactly,
Lambo is pretty
exactly.
freaking sweet. I would take either one, to be honest with you.
Same here. I mean,
But I'd be dangerous
well,
and I'd be dangerous in either one.
for
I would
this
take either one of the other. Well,
say a tad bit
I'm
higher.
going to say even higher than that on the Lambo. We'll see. For all important control of the cards, the actual number of people who would rather own a Lamborghini versus a Ferrari is 67.
Oh my god, that's awesome!
oh my
Off by
God.
1 point. Sonny would have gotten that $500 bonus.
Oh,
But,
damn.
alright, Sonny, here's the situation for you. You've got that 10. If you want to play, you can change the cards, but you need all 4 cards in order to win the round. Brandon's got a 9. He needs 3 cards to win the game and the match. So the option is yours. Do you want to play your cards? You want to pass it to Brandon?
I want to play him.
You're going to play? Alright. You've got that 10. Do you want to change it?
I'm
Alright.
changing it.
You're going to change the 10. All
Please
important
make it
change
2
here. That
cards.
10 now is
Look
a
at
3.
Higher, please.
Alright, 1 mistake and Brandon becomes the new champion. Higher than the 3. It's a 7.
Higher.
Higher than the 7. It's an 8.
Are you kidding me right now? Lower?
Risking lower than the 8. No, it's a queen and we have a new champion.
All right.
Now,
Can-
Brandon? Brandon?
Congratulations, Brandon. You are the new champion here at Card Sharks. You got yourself $500 and you're going to play the money cards in just a minute. But Sonny, you played a really good game. You should not be upset with yourself. You're leaving us with some nice cash, a total $11,500. And our thanks for playing.
Brandon,
Yes.
you're lucky I just woke up.
Yeah, she wants some revenge on you if she gets the chance, man. But nonetheless, good game by both of you. And with that
But
said,
you did
folks, we're
good.
going to go ahead and take our first commercial break. When we come back, Brandon's going to take his shot, see how he does with the money cards. We'll do that right after this. So stay with us. Welcome back here to Card Sharks here. We're here with our new champion, Brandon Martin, who has won himself $500. Now he's going to take a shot and see how he does in the money cards. Here's how it works, Brandon. We start you off with $200 of brand new betting money. Bet your way across the bottom row till you get up to the second one, where we'll give you an additional $400 in betting money, and you'll continue across that row there. Get minimum bets of $50 all the way up till you get to the big bet card, where you must bet at least half your money. And again, a perfect double, double, double all the way to the top of the board is going to win you $32,000 in cash. And of course, you can change one card on each row with one of the 3 side cards we deal out on the side of the game board for you. Okay? Any questions?
Nope.
All right. Well, let's get started. Let's deal out those cards, and good luck to you. Let's give you $200. And let's take a look at your base card for our money card round, and it is an 8, right up the middle.
Let's go ahead and change that card with number 1.
All right, changing it with number 1. That 8 now becomes a queen.
All right. Let's go $150 lower.
Big bet, $150. Lower than the queen. It's a deuce. Nicely done. Up to $350 and a great card.
All of it higher.
$350 higher than the 2. It's an 8. You doubled up $700 now, but you have an 8.
Right. Let's go. Let's go $200 lower.
Okay, $200 on an 8. No, it's a 9. I'm sorry. So you drop down to $500. We move up that 9 to the next row, where we're giving you an additional $400 of betting money. You're up to $900 now, and you have that 9.
Let's go ahead and change it with number 2.
All right, changing that 9 with card number 2. That 9 now becomes a 6.
All right, a little better card. All right. Let's do stars. Let's go $300 higher.
Okay. Mid-range bet there, $300, higher than the 6. It's an 8. You got $1,200 now and another mid card.
Let's go $200 higher than the 8.
All right, risking again, $200 higher than the 8. It's a 10. You have $1,400 and you have that 10.
10 and 4. Let's go for. Let's go $100 lower.
All right, going on $100 lower than the 10. It's a 4. Very good. You have $1,500 and a 4 and a great card. As we move up the 4 to the top row there, you've got $1,500 and you must bet at least $750 on this one. What is your wager?
No, like I said, go big or go home. All of it higher.
Well, good luck to you, sir, for nothing at all or $3,000. All of it higher than the 4. It's a jack. He's done it. Well done. Congratulations to you, sir. $3,000 added to your winnings. You're the new champion here, and you've got yourself $3,500, sir. Well done. All right, well played there by you guys. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, due to lack of time tonight, we're gonna have to wrap things up with just that one game on this episode of Card Sharks. But Brandon will be back with us next time here. He will continue on as champion here on Card Sharks. Hopefully, add to his winnings here. So congratulations to him. And again, thanks you to all of our players tonight for watching in the audience. Thank you guys at home for watching. Remember, if you like the series, click that like button down below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below if you want to check out all the action that goes on here at MVG Productions and never miss a single episode. And until the cards are dealt your way once again, I'm your host, Brandon Scruggs, saying thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time on another edition of Card Sharks. Till then, take care. Bye for now, folks.